This is not your regular show. That will return sometime near the middle of July. This is the Theater of Dreams. The dreaming is always this place where senses are massively overrated as what is true. This specific story today is the continuation from Amy Wright's Vicious Planets, Season 0, Episode 4. So either turn this off and go listen to that one first, or trudge forward. This is a touch more scary than our normal fare. You have been warned.
Static Oracle Press presents Stories from the Theater of Dreams. Tonight's performance. The Silent Man. We notice. Witness note. The following performance was recovered from the sleep of a retired detective who served 19 years in homicide before taking early leave. He has dreamed this dream in variations for 6 years. The staging below reflects the most complete recovery to date. Some passages remain partial. Where the dreamer's certainty falters, the curtain falls and we do not press. He has asked that we not interpret. We will not interpret. 1. The stage opens. The curtain rises on a backyard that is not a backyard. The fence stands alone on the stage, 6 feet of weathered cedar, freestanding. No walls around it, no house behind it. Patchy grass at the base, scattered on the stage boards as though placed there by a careful hand. The spotlight finds the empty space at the foot of the fence, the small depression in the grass where the man had been sitting before the lights came up. The man is not on the stage anymore. The dream does not show him here. The dream shows us only the place he was found, and the timestamp written in chalk on the back wall, 12:14 a.m., and the patient quiet that follows a thing that has just happened and has not yet been spoken of. His name is Randall Morrow. He is 34 years old. The officers will find him calm in a way they will later describe as the wrong kind of calm. Not shock, not grief, not fear, just waiting. He will offer no resistance. He will not ask what he is being charged with. He will not ask for a lawyer. He will sit in the back of the cruiser and watch the house through the window, and he will not speak. He will not speak for a very long time. 2. The interrogation room. The fence is gone. The stage now holds a plain metal interrogation table, 2 chairs, and a single styrofoam coffee cup with steam still rising from it. On the back of one of the chairs, a suit jacket has been draped neatly. The chair beneath it is empty. The other chair is empty as well. Upstage, a tall gilt-framed mirror stands freely, reflecting only the spotlight. The dreamer has been in this room. The dreamer is in this room now. The dreamer is the man behind the mirror who is no longer behind the mirror because the dream does not maintain the wall. 6 days, 4 detectives, every approach. The friendly walkthrough, the evidence laid out, the offered cigarette, the threat about how the charges would look without context from him. The man across the table watched each of them the way you watch weather through a window. Interested, unhurried, entirely uninvolved. His eyes moved to the mirror, then back, and then somewhere slightly to the left of both, as though he were looking at a private joke that none of them were invited to. On the 4th day, the dreamer sat down across from him and did not speak. The dreamer was a methodical man, a 19-year veteran, a man who had outlasted silences before. The dreamer thought he could outlast this one. 11 minutes passed. The dreamer did not outlast it. On the 6th day, the younger detective, Reeves, 2 years on the job, the kind of man who did not yet understand which silences could be broken and which could not, leaned across the table and said, "You're the only guy in this whole country stupid enough to stay quiet." And the man across the table smiled, slow, almost fond, as though Detective Reeves had just said exactly the right thing. The dreamer was not in the room for that exchange. The dreamer was watching from the hallway through the two-way glass that was not a two-way glass anymore. The dreamer saw the smile, and the dreamer understood, in the way you understand things in dreams, that the smile was not for them. The smile was never going to be for them. 3. The cell. The interrogation table is gone. The stage now holds a single iron prison cell door, freestanding center stage, no walls around it. The door is heavy and old and chipped and grey. The viewing slot at face height is open. Warm gold light spills through the slot onto the stage boards in front of the door, forming a small rectangle of brightness on the wood. Through the slot, the dreamer cannot see anything. The cell behind the door does not exist. There is only the light coming through. There is only the slot. There is only the small sound. The sound is not laughter. The sound is the sound a person makes when they are trying not to laugh. Pressure behind a closed door, a joke so good it physically hurts to keep in. It is low. It is almost inaudible. It continues for as long as the dreamer can bear to listen. When the dreamer steps closer, the sound stops. When the dreamer steps back into the shadow, the sound starts again. The man behind the door is waiting for privacy to find something funny. The man behind the door is waiting for the dreamer to leave so that he can return to whatever the joke is. The joke is not for the dreamer. The joke has never been for the dreamer. The dreamer has been outside this door for 6 years now in his sleep, and the sound has not stopped. 4. The empty box. The stage now holds a jury box. 12 wooden chairs in 2 rows of 6, the front row slightly lower than the back, a wooden railing across the front. The chairs face the viewer directly. The spotlight catches the empty seats. The dreamer is not on the stage. The dreamer is in the audience now, sitting somewhere in the rows that are too dark to see. The verdict was guilty. The verdict was always going to be guilty. The dreamer is not here to watch the verdict be read. The dreamer is here to watch what happened just before the bailiff took him out. The man looked at the jury, one by one, taking his time. The dreamer remembers each face the man memorized. The woman with the small gold cross, the older man whose hands shook slightly, the young one who looked away. The man's expression did not change as he looked at them. He was not threatening them. He was not memorizing them for any future reckoning the dreamer could name. He was just taking them in, acknowledging them, letting them know they had been seen. The dreamer has tried, in waking, to remember whether the man's gaze passed over the place in the audience where the dreamer sat. The dream is unclear on this. Some nights the gaze passes over him, some nights it does not. 5. The sound beneath the door. The cell door returns. The stage is darker this time. Most of the boards lost in shadow, only the door visible, only a thin, horizontal line of warm gold leaking from underneath. Dust motes drift in that seam of light. The slot at face height is closed now. The sound is still there. The dreamer stands in the dark before the door. The sound is louder than it has been in any other night of this dream. The man on the other side is not muffling it anymore. The man on the other side is not trying to hold it in. The sound is, and the dreamer has trouble with this word every time, in the waking, the sound is happy. The sound is the sound of a person enjoying something privately and completely, with no audience and no need for one. The dreamer wants very badly to know what the joke is. The dreamer has wanted this for 6 years. The dreamer is not going to be told. 6. The room with the drain. The stage holds a medical table now, padded with leather restraints lying open on either side. The lighting is different here, whiter, more clinical, less of the warm gold. To the right of the table, set into the stage boards, a small, dark, circular drain. The curtains at the sides of the stage are nearly black. The dust motes are still in the spotlight beam, but the spotlight has grown cooler. The room is ready. The dreamer has dreamed the next part many ways. Sometimes the man walks in calmly and lies down on the table like a man getting into bed. Sometimes the man does not appear at all and the room simply waits. Sometimes a guard enters with a sealed cardboard box and sets it on the table beside the open restraints. And the dreamer sees the man's face for the first time in the dream. The smile coming back, the same smile from the interrogation room, the same smile from behind the cell door. Only now there is nothing holding it back. The box is on the table. The box is sealed. The box is ordinary. Plain brown corrugated cardboard, packing tape, no labels, the size of a shoebox but heavier by the way it sits. The lid has not been opened. The dreamer has tried, in waking, to open the box. The dreamer has tried, in dreaming, to open the box. The box does not open. The box has never opened. The dream ends with the box closed on the table, and the man's smile, and the room ready, and the dreamer standing somewhere just outside the spotlight where he cannot quite be seen. Something is in the box. The dreamer knows this the way one knows things in dreams, completely, without a source. The dreamer does not know what. The dreamer has been told, by his own dream, that he is not going to find out. 7. The curtain. The stage is empty, the table is gone. The box is gone, the man is gone, the cell door is gone, the jury box, the interrogation room, the fence, the patch of grass, all gone. The heavy red velvet curtains, which have been parted at the edges for the entire performance, are drawing closed now across the center of the stage. They meet in the middle. The gold tassels swing softly and come to rest. The spotlight stays on the closed curtain for a moment longer than it needs to. Then the spotlight goes out. Closing witness note. The dreamer woke at 4:17 a.m., as he often does after this performance. He recorded the staging while it was still fresh. He has asked us to note, for the dream log, that the laughter on this telling was the longest he has heard it. He does not believe this is significant. He believes the dream is what the dream is, and the dream will continue. And one night he will not wake from it before the curtain falls. He has asked us not to interpret. We have not interpreted. We notice. Static Oracle Press. Stories from the Theatre of Dreams.
Next week we will have the second episode called The Friendship Bureau, Part 1 of 3. Until next week, hold your pillow near your head, but do not expect the sounds of the ocean. All rights reserved by Static Oracle Press and Morgan Olson.